Great news. There's a quick way you can save money. Switch to Geico. Geico could help you get great coverage at a great price. And it only takes 15 minutes to see if you could save 15% or more on car insurance. Go to geico.com today and see how much you could save.
Nowhere else to go. Who do you turn to? The best player in franchise history. Dwyane, Father Prime, Father Prime, Father Prime, Father Prime. Yeah! I feel alive again. I feel alive again. I had some smack last night. Oh, Kevin Hart. Up yours! Eat it, Kevin Hart! Eat it! That's a bad man! Yeah! He's a bad man! Oh, you know who got a little whiny after the game last night? Joel Embiid! Oh, you little baby girl! I'm sorry, Joel! Process it, Joel! Shut up and get some! I want you on the court! It's easier with you on the court, Joel! Come on! Bring it! I'm with you! They're babying you! Make a bigger thing! This team loses one game and they're falling apart! Tearing apart at the seams! How many games has that team lost since the All-Star break? What? Half of them have been to the Heat! We always lose! Oh no!
Joel, that baby!
Joel, that baby! He said Joel and baby! Sick burn! Sick burn! Hey, Bellinelli, how about you try shooting a shot with some balance, huh?
Yeah. Balance.
Off balance shot.
No.
That full court press, though.
Oh! Hey, Sarge, I hate your hair.
Yeah.
Your face.
Use some gel.
Hate you all.
It's
hate you all.
Steve Bellinelli.
Oh! And we swagging. We swagging. We swagging. We swagging. Yeah, we swagging.
Are we on television? We're not.
We swagging.
No. Wagging it.
Laughing at that culture.
Oh, my God.
Shouldn't you be snorting it?
How about that James Johnson?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Was he perfect from the field? Was that man perfect from the field? Yo, how about back alley Justice Winslow all of a sudden? Who's that guy? That dude went to a private school in Houston. All of a sudden, he's from Compton. What the hell?
That's a great point. Yeah.
He went to Duke. Holy crap! Yeah! No, he didn't go to Duke. He went to the School of Hard Knocks.
What?
What happened? All right, we're gonna cool down. We're gonna cool down.
All right, cool down.
Cool down. Everybody, just take a moment.
All right, hold on.
It's a good win. Stole home court.
Yeah.
Basketball reasons, you should feel pretty good.
Yeah.
You don't want to get too carried away, though. Very good team.
They do what they had to do.
Yeah.
Series starts now. Yeah.
Series is officially started.
The series has started, right?
Yeah.
It's officially started. It's amazing. A series has officially
Yeah.
started.
Yes. It's important to not overreact.
No.
No.
Clap your hands, y'all. Clap your hands. Clap your hands, y'all. Clap your hands. Can you feel the heat down in your soul? I feel the heat down in my soul. Can you feel the heat down in your soul? Control?
Control, yes, control. Yeah.
Can you see it?
I see it.
Can you see it? I see it.
I know, see it now.
Miami. We can't be beat. It's Miami.
Oh, yeah. Clap your hands,
Yeah,
y'all.
Roy.
Yeah, Roy.
Yeah, Roy, clap your hands.
Beat. It's Miami Heat.
Clapping it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Feel the heat down in your soul. I feel the heat down in my soul. Can you see it? They're in control.
Oh, yeah.
Can you see it?
I feel it.
Can you see it?
I see it.
It's Miami. We can't be beat. It's Miami.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Oh, yeah.
Oh, baby.
Game 2, baby. Game 2.
It's Miami Heat.
Can't believe I sold my season tickets.
What?
Selling it.
Clap your hands. Clap your hands, y'all. Clap your hands. Clap your hands.
All right.
Yeah.
Heavyweight bout last night.
Oh, that was a game.
I told you these two teams did not like each other.
Yeah.
Told you these teams hated each other. Good basketball.
Michael, I got a question for you.
What's that?
You see Robert Covington anywhere last night?
It's not so easy when you're not traveling everywhere. All these haters. All these haters. Laughing at Dwyane. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Haters everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate haters. Hate them.
Yeah.
Hate them with a passion. Do not like haters at all.
Hateable.
Proved them wrong. That's right. Proved them all wrong.
That's right.
You know who proved them wrong for me?
Who's that?
The Messiah.
Oh.
Yep.
Flash. Father Prime. Jesus incarnate.
Yes.
I'm talking about Dwyane Wade. Probably a little too strong. I don't think he's Jesus, but he's the closest thing.
I thought you were talking Dragic.
Oh. Man, he was so good before that foul trouble.
The Dragon.
So good before that foul trouble. Knee clearly bothering him, though.
Yeah.
Very clearly bothering him.
You in his head.
That's a Game 3 concern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried. I mean, it's a quick turnaround, too.
Yeah.
What about Whiteside? Whiteside.
Oh. Let me
4
tell you.
points. Big 4 points, though.
I will never forgive you, Hassan.
Wow.
I will never forget what you've done these last 2 games is an affront to this culture, to this organization. You should be ashamed of yourself. You owe Pat. You owe Spo so much more than what you've done.
That's right.
You owe Dwyane Howard, who's been working with you
Yes.
Preach.
for so long.
Preach.
For so long.
Say, brother.
And to do that with your 2 opportunities
Yeah.
to Dwyane Howard.
Let him know.
Yep. You let him know.
You apologize to Dwyane.
Go him.
You
Say
text
sorry.
him, hey, can I meet you in front of the facility real quick? I have some words. And it's a heartfelt written letter that you read aloud to Dwyane Howard.
I like that. Yeah.
What does it say? I would love to know.
Dwyane, you've had my back this whole time. All those extra minutes after training camp and practice where we're in the post and we're clanging and banging down there.
Like koi fish.
Thank you. And I'm sorry I did that to you.
I'm sorry.
Also, Miami, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You scream it to the heavens. I'll hear you.
Sorry, man.
I'll hear you. What is he doing out there?
I don't know.
Guy doesn't belong.
He was
Doesn't make any sense.
Oh, he's so bad.
Not getting minutes.
Not getting minutes.
Doesn't deserve the minutes.
Deserving it.
We'll do it without
Did you
him.
guys know that Sarich was this good? It caught me by surprise.
Well, wait. I got a question. What's going on? What's going on there? Is that just a patch missing on his mustache, or is that a cleft lip, or like what's happening there?
It's a great question. It doesn't seem like it's a choice.
Should look in the mirror.
Who would choose that?
I'm on it.
Who would choose that?
Shave that off.
A lot of people would choose that, you think?
Okay, but we can't mock it if it's something that he hasn't chosen. If it's something that he's chosen, we can mock it. But I'm actually ignorant. I don't know what it is.
Well, let's mock and on hold. Let's just mock the team because
Later.
they're a
Mock him
poo-poo
later.
team. Poo-poo team.
Are you saying get more facts on that or what? Is that what we're doing? Okay, good. I'm good with that. I'm good with
I'm
that.
good. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
By the way, I wasn't cool with what you did to me and the whole Whittingham text about them being white guys. However, I will admit
it's true.
that they are indeed white.
They are.
They are indeed white.
And I thought they were white, and then they threw McConnell out there, whatever that guy was. Like, what? And I'm like, good God, you got even whiter. That guy's, is he wearing gel in his hair?
Hey, you guys, is Larry Bird good? Is Larry Bird a good basketball player? Do you guys think Larry Bird is good?
He's not bad.
He's not bad. Guess who's better than Larry Bird?
Rhyme.
Dwyane Wade. Larry needed a second 3 in his jersey to overcompensate because he is half the man that Dwyane Wade is.
That's right. That's right.
And not even half the man that Dwyane Wade was. He is half the man that Dwyane Wade is presently.
Definitely
Which is-
a cleft lip situation.
Oh, you think so?
No, I'm seeing it definitely.
Oh,
look,
no.
Look at his
Oh,
picture.
oh, no.
You guys come around. Look
Oh,
at
no.
We were good. We said it wasn't a choice.
Should we go to commercial? Oh, no.
Beautiful mustache.
Oh, yeah. Stay away. Stay away.
All right. I will have to read a letter to Dario Saric after the break.
Hi, everyone. Stugotz here. Support for the Dan Le Batard Show podcast comes from our friends at Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. Chances are you are confident when it comes to your work, your hobbies, and your life. Rocket Mortgage gives you the same level of confidence when it comes to buying a home or refinancing your existing home loan. Rocket Mortgage is simple, allowing you to fully understand all the details and be confident you are getting the right mortgage for you. To get started, go to rocketmortgage.com/Stugotz. That's rocketmortgage.com/Stugotz, Stugotz, equal housing lender, licensed in all 50 states, NMLS consumeraccess.org number 3030.
Don Lebatard.
Whiteside has told Ira Winderman, you're going to want to have a Heat jersey next season. Quote, that's all I'm going to say.
Love that. Love it, man. What do you think he means by that?
Stugotz.
That's perfect right there. No, but that is perfect. What you just did is perfect. And you didn't even realize that you were doing it. That's what's great about you. I love that, man. I love it. I love it. Whiteside, you're the best. What do you mean? Huh? What's that mean?
This is the Don Lebatard Show with the Stugotz on the ticket.
A texter writes, and I know for a fact that I am not alone with this sentiment, but Mike Ryan has quickly become my least favorite character on this show, which is saying a lot. Well, let us explain to you a little bit about what Mike Ryan embodies, because it is the most golden time in the history of South Florida sports. It is obnoxious Heat fan, confident, scared, teetering from game to game. Since LeBron left here, we have had precious little of that. That last night was that.
Yeah.
We have not had any of that down here since LeBron left, where you got one of these games and you're like, holy bleep, what am I watching? Really, a 36-year-old is going to take this game over in 20 minutes and bail out his Max Knucklehead?
Took it over.
I mean, just crazy. Like, it's not just what he did in the first half where he's hitting every shot and you don't even understand. You got guys on the court saying, I don't understand how he gets his shot off over Simmons.
Mm-hmm. Right.
There are people on the court saying, I don't understand how he's able to get the loft on that shot. And it's a terrible shot, but not for him. It's his shot.
And Simmons, by the way, was very frustrated with that defense they were playing on him. They were all over Simmons.
Well, Winslow called him a bitch ass. That was a little startling.
Amongst other things.
Yeah.
Yep.
Winslow, let's talk about this for a second. We will celebrate Dwyane Wade plenty. And Mike, I'd like for you to play that montage again, because it's excellent. It's really for Wade fans, for Heat fans, just to be able to relive this. Cody, it probably feels like, the way that people used to feel when they would read the newspaper column after the game that they'd enjoyed, where you want to feel, you don't want to let go of last night.
Right.
If you're a sports fan, if you're a Wade fan, hell, Gabrielle Union doesn't want to let go of last night. She's tweeting, get home, big boy. Get home, get some.
Got something waiting for you.
They're having sex right now.
Yeah, right now, nonstop.
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
The only time they have not been having sex in the last 12 hours is when he was breaking the Sixers over his knee. And I'd like to just allow the audience, that montage was very well done.
Oh, Chris Cote special. If you would have told me that we would open the show with a country music montage, I would have said, all right, let's not do that. But it worked. Chris Cote special.
There are a few things better than cocky Spo. Like Spo after a playoff win, he's a completely different guy. I mean, he cuts people off before they're finished asking their questions and just starts giving the answer he wants to give. It was so fun to see last night after the game. He was in such a good mood. The weird thing is, it's not like he's happy. It seemed like he was just relieved. It's weird.
Well, the Heat did everything that Spo asked them to do, with all of the cliches about imposing your will and our culture is defense, and they did everything that he imagined they would do to win that game.
But Wade brings that Spo out.
Yes.
It's specifically Wade.
Oh, yeah.
Wade doing Wade things.
Yeah.
Yep.
That gets Spo giddy.
Spo was walking on the podium to his chair and said questions as he was sitting down. Like he was ready to go.
Their relationship, man, when you think of the growth of the bond and through the fires that those two guys have specifically been in, where there are fights, brothers fight, because Spo and Wade are closer to peers than they are to boss employee. Like Wade watched and dragged Spo from that video room to that sideline. that Wade did that. That's everything that happened around Wade with the players. Wade and Spo knows it. And now, no matter how much you doubt, he told you last year, I go to my grave with that dude. The Miami Heat and Dwyane Wade's career, the Miami Heat season and Dwyane Wade's career will end when Dwyane Wade chooses a note after Spo is ready. Like, Spo will go as far as Wade wants to take him, and he is just going to ride that guy. It is bleeping crazy in 2018. After everything that Dwyane Wade has done the last 2 years, that he is back here doing that in 20 minutes last night.
And Wade has spent his entire career sacrificing for this franchise in one way or another. He's been well compensated, but he's sacrificed all along the way, and he's doing it again by coming off the bench willingly, by being a situational player, by rising when he needs to, by not complaining, well, I should be starting. He's sacrificed. I have a lot of respect for what he's doing.
I'm stunned by what happened last night, and I shouldn't be. But I'm stunned by it. He only has a mid-range game now. He cannot get to the rim. He is sitting here still getting guys to jump on junk.
Yep.
He is still throwing in junk.
That final basket, that little step back, I mean, his final basket basically sealed the game for the Heat. What a pretty shot. But it's a great shot when it goes in. When it doesn't go in,
it's
we
awful.
all get frustrated.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those are playoff buckets, though, boys.
Yep.
At the rim, it's harder to get to the rim in the playoffs. It's not hard to get to the rim when you get a steal to clinch the game on a fast break. Slam a jammer.
Guillermo, can you put a couple of things on the poll, please? Should Mike Ryan be sent to the penalty box for saying the phrase, those are playoff buckets, boys?
He should get a raise.
Well, go ahead, push back on it. Were those buckets not in the playoffs?
Yeah.
He's right. He got you on that.
It was the boys that I was objecting to more than the playoff.
All right, fine. Those are playoff buckets, fellas.
Yeah, that's better.
How'd you feel about the slam-a-jamma?
Yeah, well, he lost me at that point. Also put this on the poll. Does T.J. McConnell look like everyone on earth who has ever been named Shane? And then the black up question. Are there any black Shanes?
Well, there's Larkin and Battier. There's really two local ones that are really throwing me.
Yeah.
Is that what's happened?
Yeah,
You've
I
gotten
couldn't even
thrown off
follow you because when I think Shane, I think Battier.
Well, what is the whitest of names?
Shane Vereen.
What is the whitest of names then? What if we had to
A lot
pick?
of Shanes out there, Dan.
There are a lot of black Shanes?
Yep. I mean, Mike just gave you 3.
Okay, are there a lot of can you guys help me? Can you guys come up with a whiter name than Shane? Because I do think of
black
Shane.
Codys are there. C-O-D-Y.
Ooh, C-O-D-Y is good.
I tell you, Greg is a pretty white name. I have to say that. And I'm not proud of it.
Yeah, Greg Hardy.
Monroe.
Are you going to
Odin,
just
never mind.
So Stugotz, this is the best. Stugotz is just going to find the inevitably the 3 or 4 people that exist, point out all the outliers, and then be done with this conversation and not help us move it along at all. I just need it. Eugene.
That's the plan.
Are there a lot of black Eugenes?
Well, they shorten it up typically to Gene. Yeah. And then there's Gene Upshaw.
Right, yeah. Plenty of jeans.
Is there a black Cody? C-O-D-Y.
No, Mike.
Gotta be.
All right.
Anybody remember the Cowboy Shane, the movie? He was white, like most cowboys, but not all. Great Western.
Roy, explain to the audience what he does there and why it is that you find it so amusing as he inevitably throws his head back and vigorously sips from a cup as we stare at him in silence and no words can come forth because he's drinking, like it's his walk-off trot.
You just explained it, Dan. I don't have to say anything.
It's his walk-off trot, but people aren't looking at us right now. So when he does that, it's not funny on air.
Greg Vaughn.
So, Dwyane Wade, did he make you emotional last night, Cody? At some point, we got to call my dad here, Mike, and make fun of him because I don't even know how he was experiencing last night. He loves the Heat, but he's been killing Wade, and Wade really stuck it in. I mean, my father might be Dwyane Wade's last, most vocal remaining critic.
Yeah, your dad's kind of rough on me,
he's
Wade.
terrible.
Yeah.
He's terrible. It makes me dislike my own father.
But to answer your question, yes. Yes, I was emotional. watching last night. In the exact same way, I'm emotional if Tiger Woods looks 10 years younger and is shooting a 68 and is in contention. I love it when older athletes push back on time. I find it emotional. I think it's something everybody can relate to because that's all we all do is age at the same rate. And for Wade to still have that in him, he might go 4 for 15 Thursday night, but for him to have done that last night, that's another page in whatever his lore and legacy turns out to be.
Eugene Robinson.
There will be people out there, and if Dwyane does the 4 for 14, and he can't, that's how greatness fades. It's the inability to do it consistently. Mm-hmm. That is how the body betrays you. That is where age fails the athlete. The whole idea of I can't quite get there anymore except in these spurts, and then the spurts. The months become weeks, the weeks become games, and the games become moments. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't mean that Dwyane Wade isn't going to be able to do that and be great 8 out of 10 times with those jumpers, but he can also go 1 for 10 on those jumpers and may miss one at the end, and you're not going to like that shot. If they lose a game against the Sixers, you're not going to like the shot he gets. We're not going to be talking about all this stuff the way we're talking about it today, where he makes all the big plays in that game. The passes, the steals, all of the numbers belonged to Wade yesterday in that game.
Oh, remember that one sequence late in the game?
Yeah, he won it there. Everybody was scared right there. Right there. Wade won the game for you right there at the moment when everyone was terrified, including the Heat. Yep. He stole the ball, layup, dunk. And then the next time down, stop, and then pass to James Johnson for another dunk.
As much as he's accomplished, including 3 championships, that 30 seconds.
He took that city's heart.
Man.
He did. Yeah. He did. He took that crowd, he took it right there from that team, that crowd, that city.
Yeah, we were losing that game if Dwyane didn't do that.
That game was lost, man.
Did you hear him after the game in his press conference? He said they ran that set twice before. One time I was on the court. And I was like, ooh. And then another time they ran it, and I was on the bench. And I said to myself, if they run that in the game again one more time, I'm going to steal it. And that's what happened. Yeah. Did you see the stare down with Kevin Hart? Did you see the stare down with Kevin Hart?
Great.
Yeah.
And AI.
Oh, it was great.
Did you read AI's lips? Not suitable for work lips? Yeah. That's a bad mother.
Wow, shut your mouth. Yeah.
Everyone in the neighborhood knew about Bobby. Bobby, the basketball boy, they called him. Bobby wanted to go pro someday, so he was always out in the driveway shooting hoops. But one day, his mom came out and told him,
"Hey, your wife wants you to take out the trash?"
His mom was visiting, and Bobby was a grown man. He had kind of missed his window. Plus, no one had ever seen him actually make a basket. But on the other hand, Bobby had heard how Geico could save him money on car insurance, so he switched and saved. So, it was all good.
Don Batard.
Did you or did you not say that 90% of your laughter on this show is fake?
Yeah, I said that.
Stugotz.
Why would you even say that? What?
I got caught up in the air, to be honest with you. It was.
I don't believe your honesty.
Well, I
don't know whether you're being honest now or you were being honest then.
I mean, I've earned that over 11 years with you.
My mistrust.
Yeah, and you're right. I was lying because I fake laugh 95% of the time.
Okay.
And I feel badly about it. I do. Because I could tell you're hurt by it.
Well, we both feel badly about it, so that makes 2 of us.
Funny.
It's really good.
Yeah.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz on the ticket.
So in my headsets, Mike Ryan just asked me, hey, if you want to transition the Marlins talk, to which I responded, why? But apparently, Guillermo, did you watch the game last night?
Yeah, I mean, and even when you were having this conversation, I said it wasn't a very good game. Here's my big takeaway from yesterday's game, Stugotz. Besides the fact that they lost 12-1, Marlins man was there in New York,
right,
in an orange jersey behind home plate. And what did the jersey say? It said Jeter on the back. He was wearing a Derek Jeter jersey yesterday.
Huh?
After his whole thing, he's wearing a Jeter Marlins jersey. I wasn't happy about that. And by the way, I have Donnie Baseball audio if we want to play it. Him. You know what I mean? Because everybody's here, and they're telling us, oh, we need to be patient with Derek Jeter. We need to be patient. Oh, give Derek Jeter time, whatever. And no one in New York is giving Stanton time, and those same people are telling us that we need to give Jeter time. And then he's saying, oh, you need to give... Listen, just listen to it from the horse's mouth.
Okay.
You got to go out and prove yourself on the field.
That's the only thing. And you don't really have any money in the bank. When you come here as a free agent, you have no, you have no collateral. So you got to go show it.
That's courtesy of Fox Sports Florida. And by the way, guess who doesn't have any money in the bank? Both figuratively and literally. Derek Jeter.
Right.
What has he done? Nothing. He's done nothing here. Prove yourself, Jeter.
I mean, you're right. He hasn't done anything here. He's done things elsewhere.
Yeah, but that's what they're saying. You know, Stanton has done stuff, but not in New York. New York's a different animal. Please.
Really?
And by the way, Dr. K, step up.
That fell apart.
Yeah.
Yep. Was fun while it lasted.
We had all these C cards printed. We were going to go out to the park, and what are we going to do with those? They're like the UCF T-shirts now.
I mean, I was never planning to go out to the park anyway, but that ruins your big day. You're right.
10,000 C cards. What are we going to do with those?
I don't know.
I'm really thrown by this Marlins man Jeter jersey. What sort of psychological warfare is this? What does he mean by it?
I think he thought that they were going to have like a budding friendship where he was going to drive him around the Marlins Mobile down Ocean Drive like he kept inviting him to. And then Jeter rebuffed him, and now, he's stuck with his jersey.
Well, Marlins man put him out there as a free agent, as a fan free agent, actually expecting other franchises to give him a sweet deal on great tickets so that he could be their fan.
Didn't you read the Tigers were close negotiating a deal with Marlins, man?
Yeah, but then he'd have to be in Detroit.
Ridiculous.
The only way it'd work is if, like, the Yankees, and there's never going to be a Yankees man. So, I mean, what's he doing?
They don't need a man?
No.
How about Jeter being too scared, right? Embarrassed, scared, didn't want to go to Yankee Stadium as the Marlins owner. How about that?
Yeah, he said it would be awkward. It should be awkward for him to go to Marlins Park. That's where it should be.
It's awkward going with that minor league team that he has.
Well, sometimes the things that happen throughout creativity, poems, art, theater, it's born of a dark place. Creativity, comedy. Greg Cote is pissed off at the Marlins. Greg Cote is so pissed off that I picked up my computer the other day, my iPad, and on it was an audio message. Greg Cote used modern technology to send me an audio message. I did not know when I pressed play what that audio message would be. I'm not making any of this up. This is how I discovered the particular thing that we are playing for you now.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me where there's no crowd. Buy me some Tetleys and crumpets, Jack. Why on earth would we ever go back? Yet we root for what's left of the home team. Oh, Jeter has made them so lame. Yes, it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, they're out at the same old game.
That's it, right?
Yes, take me out to the ball game where the British Virgin Island Marlins play. Find me some lawyers and loopholes, and then we'll find a way to screw the city again. Still we root for the fire sailfish, though rarely expecting to be wowed. Hey, it's 1, 2, 3, and that's it. The full count of this evening's crowd.
That's the first phone call I've gotten from Greg Cote in 10 years.
I actually have a funny story with this song. So the day it was made last week, my parents actually lost their cat for a few hours. It was actually kind of scary. My mom was real worried. So I go over there to help them look. Greg Cote's just walking around the neighborhood looking for the cat while listening to that song over and over again on his phone.
Right. I was honing it.
Yeah.
But I was looking for the cat, who was found. Happy ending.
I found it. I found the cat.
Happy ending.
Yeah. Just making sure it was up to your standards, the song, right? Yeah.
Yes, that's correct. Right. And can I say one quick thing about that song? Because it's mean-spirited. Like most parody songs, it's a little sarcastic. I love Marlins fans. Fans who still go to watch that team deserve a Purple Heart. And I'm not making fun of the team. Those guys in the clubhouse, man, they're playing with the hand they were dealt. That song is the bullseye on that song is Derek Jeter and what he's done.
Yeah, same with me. All my criticism. Yeah. Jeter and Mattingly.
That'd be a funny giveaway one night, a Purple Heart.
Well, I was just going to say, Guillermo, put it on the poll. Do fans who have stuck with the Marlins deserve a Purple Heart?
Soul Trail 2000.
It's Purple Heart giveaway.
That's right. I love it. I think we should do it. I think we should do it. Wait a minute. I think we should do it.
Yeah.
I don't know if there are copyrights on this. I think we should stand outside of the ballpark and give away actual Purple Hearts.
Well, it's hard to get actual.
No. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I mean hearts that are purple, not this award. Just stand outside and give the true Marlins fan a heart that is purple, so we're not like violating any. I don't want a Kaepernick sip. I don't want the military mad at me.
But usually it's the first, X amount of fans that come to the stadium get the giveaway. How are you going to do this? First what? First 100?
I don't know. Okay. Well, my guess is, given our history, we're never going to do it.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
Probably not. My guess is we've already offended some military.
My dad.
Let's just apologize now.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service.
No, he did not.
My dad did win a Purple Heart, but I asked him once how he won the Purple Heart, because you always think of heroism in war. My dad was a cook, an Army cook, and he won a Purple Heart for falling off a truck and breaking his ankle. So not all Purple Heart winners are like heroes who save an entire battalion from enemy gunfire. Yes. But, God bless the Purple Heart winner. That's all I'm saying. And I love you, Dad. See you soon.
See you
soon.
Yeah.
You really sold that by looking up at heaven, which seems presumptuous.
And, well, that's true. I'm giving myself the benefit of the doubt.
Say hi to Art Briles when you get there.
Hold on a second. Guillermo, put it on the poll. Did you know you could get a Purple Heart for falling out of a catering truck?
For being a cook and falling out of a catering truck.
Yeah.
I didn't know. And now we're back on with our Marlins promotion of giving out Purple Hearts. It's just the one Greg's dad got.
Anybody who has an issue, we'll just tell them that story.
It's not the real one where people actually did something heroic. It's this Purple Heart.
Now I feel guilty about telling that story about my father, who was a great man and served in the Army. He was a master sergeant, wonderful cook as well.
That's where your culinary, that's where the hobby started for you?
I think it is, actually. Yeah, my dad used to make pancakes and, all kind of stuff for us.
We have not talked enough about the Miami Heat, and I'm telling you we're going to pound this nationally because there's nothing else to talk about today that would merit more than Dwyane Wade having that game and this being a Miami show and wanting to celebrate it. So, Mike, get everything you got back there, all the Wade Jones stuff, all of history stuff that has Dwyane Wade in it, because I didn't think he would get us another one of these nights the remainder of his career. That was the surprising delight for me in being moved by what he did yesterday. I thought maybe he can hit a shot.
Right.
I didn't think he could steal a whole game.
Win an entire game. Carry the Heat through an entire road playoff game.
I didn't think he could do it. And not only did I not think he could do it, he was at least part of the reason I did not think that they could win a road playoff game, because I just didn't think that they are, even with Embiid out,
right,
winning road playoff games is really hard, and I didn't think that they had, that they still had that in them.
Then he turns out to be the reason.
That's right. And again, it can all go bad next game. He misses a shot at the end with a bad 18-footer that you don't like or turns the ball over. But this team, the commitment is there. Whether Riley wants it or not, whether Harrison wants it or not, the commitment is there. Spo is riding Wade to the end. He is going to squeeze those 20, 25 minutes, and at the end of games and in the important moments, it's going to be Dwyane Wade out there on offense and defense, and they will lose with his crafty experience trying to will his way to 18-footers, or they will win that way. It's not a great way to try to win playoff games, but man, when it works, it'll sweep a whole city up.
Wade is the guy that Spoelstra trusts after all these years. Because of all these years, he's the guy that he trusts. And for Wade to have had a game like that on the road in front of a hostile crowd, I thought magnified everything he did.
One of the things I can't believe has happened here. You saw what happened with Belichick and Brady. Good relationship, good relationship, good relationship. I'm getting old. Get rid of the next quarterback. I'm going over your head. Never mind about what our relationship is. You may think you're responsible for me. I may think I'm responsible for you. Regardless, I'm going to Bob Kraft. Wade's relationship, the most emotional and best parts of it are linked up with Spo as a peer, and both of them lined up with and against Riley. They've had their all of them have had their differences, but Wade and Spo ride together everywhere because Spo knows that as much as Riley made him, Wade did too. Mm-hmm. And he just coaches as if he knows it.
Yeah, when the Heat talk about family, about the family culture, it sounds like a cliche, but, I think there's something to it embodied in the relationship between not only Wade and Spo, but Wade and Haslam. Those guys are brothers. And so there were reasons beyond basketball why this was a comfort for Wade to come back home again.
But so when Wade left here, there was no, excuse me, there was no, is that a fine? Man, I haven't had one of those in a while. Is that $2? Listen, I have no money on me.
It's a $5 one.
But I don't have any money. And this time I'm not lying. So now what do I owe?
Well, $6.
Oh, that hurts. Why?
Your $6 IOU.
Let me check.
No, you already checked and you didn't have it unless you've got some extra.
I'm checking the hidden pocket here, Dano. Nope, nothing in the hidden pocket. Abby must have took it.
Chris, where do you rank the Stugotz Dano on funniest things that he says? Because anytime he hits me with a Dano, the smile that flies over your face.
Also, whenever he kind of finishes something at the end of a breath, like, Dano.
Yeah. Just trying to get it out. So anyway, Dano, I was saying with Spoelstra, like he wasn't upset with Wade when Wade left, didn't take that offer from Riley. There was no friction there in that relationship ever at any point?
No, why would you do that? I've told you there are various points where there's always friction. You and I have friction. Me and Mike have friction. You and Mike have friction. You and, Roy, we all have our frictions. Cody and I certainly have a lot of frictions. It doesn't mean I love him any less. He's unspeakable. Look, man, my father is the world's worst sports fan. He's learned nothing from the entirety of my career. He's such a stubborn old coot.
Right.
That I don't even know what he's going to say when we call him.
I can't wait.
And I start to taunt him about how well Wade... You're doing it now, Mike? Oh, you want to end this segment with it? I mean, what do we got? Okay, we got 3 minutes left.
Yeah, we got some time.
You want to do it now? All right.
Why not?
Be near the dump. Bobby.
Hello?
Bobby!
Yeah.
Bobby Wade stuck it right up.
Oh, he was on fire last night. I'm telling you. He couldn't miss a shot last night. You know what I mean? That's what the Heat they need. They need Wade to do the same thing for the next 15 games.
Wait a minute, but you've been crushing him. You've been crushing him for 2 years now. He bailed your ass out last night.
That's right, and I will crush him again because I was a fluke. That's what happened. He got lucky.
Lucky?
10 out of 4 shots. He got lucky. That's all.
Bobby, lucky? Last night was lucky?
He got lucky. No, he have a game at home.
I told you, be close to the dump button. I told you got to be careful. He never knows when he's on air.
I figured my laughter, I let out a sound and I would have given it away.
Doesn't matter. Look, man, he puts it in a compartment and he starts rolling.
But listen, technically he is right. I mean, the Heat are 15 Wade games just like last night away from winning a championship. I mean,
he's still going right now.
All right, fade him back up. Put him back up. That's fine.
Bobby, you there?
Hello?
What happened?
Yeah,
What happened?
What happened? Well, he had a good game. The same thing that the Sixers did. They were making 3-point shots the first game. They couldn't miss, so Wade couldn't miss. That's all.
Is that all?
What can I tell you, huh?
What can you tell? You can tell Wade you're sorry that he bailed you out in a playoff game.
Listen, the Cavaliers got rid of him. The Bulls got rid of him, okay? So we got Wade here. He wasn't playing that well until last night. He had a good game. What can I tell you? Tip my head up to the guy, but you got to do it again and again and again.
Your entire head?
Very nice. That's more than a hat. No, that's very nice. You tipped the entire head. He deserves it.
You tipped your entire head to him, Bobby? All right. You tipped your head up for him.
That's right. I give him all the credit in the world, okay, to Wade. But if he has a bad game again, I'm going to go all over his back. You know what I mean? That's the way it is, buddy. Management has a short memory.
Okay, so do you. All right.
A tip of the head.
All right. I hate you, Papa.